Hello and welcome back to another Battlefield II replay. Today I think we will, after our last game, pretty bad replay, honestly. This one says amazing in the title, so let's try amazing for player free-for-all comeback with the men. This is on Buckland. Hopefully this is a nice game to watch. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to load as well. The men is one of my favorite teams to play, I will say. I just think they're really well-rounded, really good. So here I am as the Destroyer, as men. We got Louis as dwarves in the top right corner. We have the Long Con in the top left corner as the men. And we have Huge, I'm just gonna call it, or it could be Huggy if you prefer. I think Huge is less diaper sounding, since Huggies is a diaper brand. He is building a elven barracks in a tree as an opener. I'm opting for 2 barracks, probably a Boromir. I'm unable to check, but I'd imagine Boromir's coming. Boromir's always coming as the man, let's be honest. Dwarves, he is building a mineshaft and a barracks. It's a good option. Probably another mineshaft back here. Yep. And he has built Gimli, the unstoppable Gimli. And his... oh yeah, there's no teammate. Long Con is not built any barracks yet. Anything of that nature. I play a lot of games with Long Con, or I had in the past. We used to play on Xbox together quite a while ago. So we play this some. So a lot of my replays will be featuring him. Gimli is going to obtain some levels. That's ideal for him. He's going to want to get his Slayer as quickly as possible to make Gimli unkillable and just beastly in general. I'm going for the Cave Troll. I need to get my Horn of Gondor as soon as possible. And it's level 3 on 1.06. I believe it's level 2 on 1.00. So I will have that probably by killing this and collecting gold. Dwarves are going to collect this outpost probably, from the looks of things. Gimli is already level 5, so that is not a good sign for me, as I will probably be combating the dwarves. The elves have Glorfindel and Haldir, wow, and 2 battalions of archers. So that's a powerful start for him. I'm not sure what Long Con is doing. He could be saving for something. Also, he plays at work, so sometimes he's working. So it's totally possible he's not doing anything because he is not there. Which would be awkward. Very awkward. So we have some combat here. I bought Rallying Call instead of Heal because I felt I needed to overpower his army. Ooh. So Boromir is there facing a enraged Gimli. I didn't even get to pick up the gold, which is kind of sad. But I still got my level 3 nonetheless. So yeah, Gimli is just gonna wreck my guy. And since I did not buy heal, I'm going to regret it. Now we have 2 power points. Dwarves also bought Rallying Call, so he doesn't have a heal either. So neither of us kill each other's heroes, it looks like. I just want that gold. And it seems he's attacking my base with some some troops. Sucks. Let's see what's going on over here. We got Glorfindel just attacking along Khan's fortress with some warriors. Yeah, it's looking like he's not even in the game. Or he's there, but he's AFK. So, there won't be much action over there, apparently. So the elves will just keep wailing on him, and he'll eventually die. Because nothing is there to stop him. So, leaving me probably 2-on-1 at some point. But according to the title, I do alright, so we'll see what happens. Because I don't remember. Building many Gondor soldiers. Gondor soldiers are quite good, I think. They're not great, but they're not bad. And they're very cheap. 200 gold apiece. Half the price of a tower guard. And since he's not building cavalry, no real reason to build tower guards. At least yet. Gimli is going to continue to slaughter my men. Because that's what Gimli does. He's just very, very strong in 1.06. I don't know if he was that strong in 1.0. I haven't played it in a long time. But yeah. I think the Xbox version is like permanently 1.00. So that's what I played, and that's what I'm used to. Or was used to. But Gimli was still very powerful. I don't remember Gimli having leadership on the Xbox, but maybe he did, and I just don't remember. It's very possible. So here the dwarves are completely overwhelming me. He has 4 battalions of guardians, and a Gimli that's overpowered. I have Boromir, and I'm building more Gondor soldiers. Oh, he also has glowing, which is very bad for me. Long Khan has finally died. That took the elves a long time. But yeah, it is possible that the elves now will attack me or the dwarves. Here he's summoning Men of Dale. Looks like he's attacking my fortress as well. Oh, but I bought the boiling oil. Extremely useful. Probably the best investment I could have made. Gimli is about to die, which is great. Assuming dwarves don't have heal. Let's see. He does not, because he just bought 15 power point for that. I should really make this fortress shoot Gimli, but I'm not. I guess I'm more concerned about protecting the fort.
Soldier battalion standing by.
Which is understandable. Yeah, having these archers out in front of my base is kind of annoying. So now the elves are harassing my farms, it seems. So now it's basically 2-on-1. Which sucks for me. We also play with the ring mode on. So it is possible for someone to grab up the ring. Doesn't seem like anyone sees him. And now the dwarves are attacking my farm. Getting some levels. Sucks for me. I'm going to be on the back foot of this game quite the whole game. And either I'm going to attack the white or attack the elves. Looks like I'm going to attack... Oh, I changed my mind. So Boromir could kill the white. Boromir's level 4. If he levels up, I'll get leadership. That would be good for my troops. Time to blow the horn. Yeah, stun all those troops. And my Boromir is going down. I do not have the heal. I just bought the heal. Will I get it off in time? Yes, I will. Nice. Meanwhile, dwarves are amassing a large army over here, which is not going to be good for me later. And the elves are taking over the top left for farms, which is going to give them a good economic boost over everyone else. I have 1,800 gold. Dwarves have 1,100, I mean. And elves have 1,700, yeah, 6,700. So they're going to be making more money at some point. Although the dwarves will eventually get their mine thing. What's it called? Not industry, the other one. You know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to lose this fight. It's pretty much inevitable here. Haldir and some archers is enough to stop me. And now I'm being attacked by the dwarves. Because I deserve it. My Boromir's over here trying to get some levels. Maybe the gold from this thing. It's going to take him a while to kill that because Boromir's attack is not actually that good. I'm continuing to just spam soldiers because that's really all I can do. I just need to slow them down. Now he has a battle wagon with archers on it. And some axe throwers. So, I mean, you really think, like, this is enough to kill me at this point. I don't have a whole lot. I will have 4 battalions of soldiers and a Boromir who's almost dead. But I do have the boiling oil, remember? So that will help me. But I have, like, 2 farms, and that's not many. So I'm economically, I am in a bad spot. And I'm pretty sure I know it. I'm going to use the horn here to stop those guys. And then Gimli is going to butcher me. Ooh. That actually was painful. Yeah, there goes Boromir. And I've decided to build a battalion of 2 battalions of spearmen because of this battle wagon. I fear the battle wagon, as I should. And now the elves see their mines are popping up on their territory. And they're not having it. So let's go back to here. I've pretty much lost everything except for a barracks and a fortress and a farm. So things are looking very bad for me. I still have a decent sized army. Is that my... that is my wood? Elven wood. That is my elven wood. Yeah. The battle wagon is down. That is very good. Battle wagon could be disastrous. The range on those archers on the battle wagons is outrageous. Something I would personally nerf if I had the ability. But there's a lot of things I would nerf if I had the option. So I'm scared of Gimli, as I should be. Trying to save as many troops as possible to defend my fort while Boromir returns. And now I'm going to lose my last barracks and my last farm. And now it looks like the elves are going to harass the dwarves. Dwarves do not have the military might to finish me off, unfortunately for them. Boromir is still a strong hero to have, defensively, extremely. And I managed to save my only barracks, which is good. good news. Unable to finish this Gondor soldier battalion because I have no farms, and I'm probably very over limit. Can I see that? Not very over limit, I just don't have enough to build the last one. So while playing this game, obviously I haven't seen the perspective of the other people. No idea what's going on, but we will see this game. He has summoned many men of Dale. And if they continue to harass each other, I will make my comeback, which is what I want. If they just go into all-out war, I will have much time needed to rebuild my army, my base, and turn this game around. But in the meantime, there are Men of Dale coming out. He is getting his fire arrow upgrade right now. He's also got a level 3 siege work, so he's got his forge blades and his dwarven mail. So he will have fully upgraded dwarves marching across the field. Which is bad for everyone, except for the dwarves. And the elves have now got silver thorns, they have armor, and they have weapons. So everyone has their upgrades aside from me, who doesn't have much of anything. But I did build the ivory tower. I felt vision was kind of necessary here, and it was helpful. So I knew, like, when they were attacking each other, when I had an attack coming, I think it was a good investment. And there's Smeagol, Golem, if you will. I think they see him. I think I see him as well, since I just used the ivory tower, it sounds like. And we're going to have a conflict over Golem, and Golem may get away. He's going to run for his life as long as possible. Meanwhile, I'm going to slaughter these Men of Dale. And the elves are going to send their harassment force, as I will refer to them, at the dwarves here. Dwarves do have a battle wagon, which is quite good against guys without pikes. And I managed to secure the ring. I doubt I'll ever get to use the ring, but nice nonetheless, keeping my opponents from using it on me. And who knows, I might use it at some point. I can only hope. Alright, so now the dwarves are on the defensive, and the elves are running around harassing everything, capturing this outpost from them, and they're pretty much leaving me alone at this point, because I'm no longer a threat. They have nothing to fear from me. I was not aware that button rotated my camera. Interesting. So I'm building a healing well so I can keep my small amount of troops healed, because I really, really need to keep my troops alive. Building another builder, and level 3 barracks coming. See, I think I'm sending Boromir over to the white layer again. Kill another white, hopefully destroy it this time, get the gold, because I really need that gold, I'd imagine. Yeah. I only have 700, 800 gold. So I'm going to have to spend that on farms, obviously. And then dwarves. Taking out some trees. Because he's not a fan of nature. He does not like the wood. And the elves are not having it. So they're going to attack each other right here, it looks like. Elves are still building troops. still, I don't think, yeah, Gimli needs to run. If he has Slayer up, he needs to use it to get away. And he will do so. The dwarf's heal is... He has not bought heal, surprisingly enough. He must be saving for barrage or something. Which is good. It's a good power to have. But heal, I feel, for the dwarves is pretty useful. But I guess if you can keep him alive, it's not really necessary. You should probably build a hearth here so he can heal up his troops, heal up his Gimli faster. That's what I would do. And now the elves are moving this way. And I managed to get level 5, which gives me leadership to my troops. That will help me quite a bit in defending my fortress. And they didn't see me, which is good. Maybe they did see me, but they just didn't do anything. So yeah, at this point, I can see pretty far. You know, without using it, I can see most of the map, aside from the top left, which doesn't really matter because it just farms over there. So I will see any attack coming. So I undoubtedly see this army of dwarves moving out. Not sure where he's going. It's looking like his direction is heading towards the dwarves, though, or the elves. I mean, elves have a decent force. He's building a green pasture, a couple green pastures. He's going to play some cavalry here. Cavalry is a good choice. Can take care of these men of Dale. Oh, he completely crushed that tower. Killed all the men inside. So here we go. The elves have their silver thorns and their heroes. Dwarves have fire arrows, which are also quite good, especially at elves' weak armor. But I think the dwarves are outmatched here, and I think he knows it.
Let's get this trebuchet where we can use it.
It sounds like I'm building trebuchets. Well, interesting. Now the dwarves are using barrage to decimate the elven army. It's a good move. And clean up with these men of Dale. Now he's forced to retreat because all he has left is 2 heroes. So the elven attack was completely defeated, pretty much. Let's go back to observing all players here. So the elves don't have much, really, if you think about it. He just lost his entire army. He has 2 stables, 1 barracks. You should probably... I would always recommend building more than 1 barracks, especially when you have the money. Dwarves have some money. He has enough. I mean, he has all the farm space. I don't have much because I'm rebuilding my world. So now I have trebuchets though, and I'm starting to pump out trebuchets. I'm sure they will not see that coming. And I've produced 2 more barracks. Like I said, it's always good to have multiple barracks, so you can put out more men at once. And now the dwarves are going to be busy attacking the elves. And I know this because I can see this. I can see up to here. So I see all of this going on. And this is when I decide to make my attack. I managed to build up quite the force, backed up by 2 trebuchets and a Boromir. So it's not a bad force. I'll probably hit straight for his buildings, ignore this mine shaft, I'd imagine. Because if I alert him too soon, he will stop. And he sees the force coming for his base. He knows. The elves are still going to attack him because he was attacking him.
Soldier battalion standing by.
So now, I have this large force of leadership men.
Let's get this trebuchet where we can
This
use
battle
it.
wagon is stuck and dead. And now the trebuchets are going to put in some work here. This trebuchet is not moving up for some reason. But I am now hitting his fortress with my trebuchet. And he is desperately trying to get back to his base, because he knows it's going down. I'm continuing to put out swordmen. The elves are continuing to put out men. And he's quickly losing control of his base. Destroying his mines, destroying his barracks. His forge works will soon follow. Now I'm going to lose my trebuchets, but not before they took half the life of the fortress.
Get out of the way.
This is a good attack. May not be a successful attack, but it was a good one. The elves decided not to attack my stuff, for whatever reason. He's building lots and lots of cavalry. There's one thing pikemen here. What's up here? He has more cavalry, so he's just goes full ham on the cavalry here. Not actually that good of an idea. Elven cavalry is good, but it's not good. It's very weak, health-wise. Boromir has fallen here. Thanks to Gimli, no doubt. But the Elven cavalry is helping me crush all these men of Dale. So the counterattack from the dwarves will be non-existent. Meanwhile, I am probably rebuilding Boromir with 10 power points. It's a decent amount. Building more troops here. Not building any trebuchets yet. Oh, I've got the House of Healing. So Boromir will be coming back cheaper and faster than ever. Somebody just used Farsight on my base. Let's see. The dwarves, they have the rocks, they have Menadale, Rallying Call, and Rebuild. So they have nothing to use on me at the moment. They can use Arrow Volley on me if they wanted to, the elves.
We offer
Good thing they don't have the Ents. That would not be good for me. But I'm not sure they would use the Ents on me anyway. They'd probably use them on this guy, since they've been fighting most of the game. People tend not to change their target mid-fight. So I've decided to build archers, which is long overdue, in my opinion. And what is this? A stable? Yeah, stables. So I will have the ability to produce all of my troops here. I do have a trebuchet waiting, so I'm ready for the second assault when it happens. Elves are continuing to build their cavalry army and other miscellaneous troops. He's got the Elven Mist. He's got most of his fortress upgrades. So his fortress is pretty well defended. And you can't see the army. I don't think I'll be able to see his troops either unless I use the Ivory Tower. But yeah, the Ivory Tower is immensely useful here. I think it's one of the better powers
Let's get this trebuchet where we can use it.
on a map. Because just having the information to see what's happening, where the troops are heading, what troops are coming, gives you time to prepare and be prepared. And plan accordingly. So, that's that. Dwarves don't actually have a whole lot here. I don't know what's going for him at the moment. He hasn't bought King Dane yet, which is kind of surprising. King Dane is a good hero to have. He's building more phalanxes. Let's go back to
Archers,
observing everyone. Do the elves see, actually. So the elves can't see my base, they can't see the dwarven base. Unless you use Farsight. So he's sending a battalion of archers to harass my farms. I am building some Gondor Knights at the moment. Probably working towards upgrading my archery range to level 3 so I can get fire arrows, I'd imagine. Or maybe just getting some Athelian Rangers without fire arrows. Yeah, that's what I've opted to do. It's probably a better decision to start with, just so I have something. Because at the moment I'm very weak against ranged units. But these cavalry will help. One Gondor Knight should be more than enough to take out a battalion of Lorien archers. And here it comes. Crunch. More crunch. That's what I like to see. So the elves have a very large force of Rivendell Lancers. Ridiculous. Learning new things every day. You press the middle mouse button, automatic zoom out. I have two trebuchets now. An alright force. I'm building a hero here. Is that Boromir being reborn? Yes, yes it is. And let's see. Not quite getting fire arrows. Do I have... No, I do not have fire stones yet. Level 2 stable so I can get some Rohirrim. I see. Good choice. Rohirrim are very good. And I will need them against archers, which both teams are using a decent amount of. Dwarves are just playing defensive at this point. I think he's scared to leave the base. And I don't blame him for that. Because last time he left his base, he got attacked and almost lost it. So now the elves are attacking me, but I'm much better prepared than last time. So I send my Gondor Knights around, I believe. Hopefully. Oh, here comes the arrow volley. Should do good damage. Oh, destructive. That was the power arrow volley. Okay. So yeah, it's disgustingly strong. And here comes the Glorfindel cavalry charge. Sounds like Haldir died, which he has. And now he's going to try to assault my fortress with like 1,000,000 cavalry. But I don't believe he remembers that I have the boiling oil. He does not. And there goes like $3,000 or more. That is disastrous for the elves. Oh, it's hard to watch, but I like it at the same time. He's gone invincible and he's decided to get out. He's done here. His attack failed, and now he's leaving. Dwarves are moving into a mine? Where would he pop out his mine? Maybe over here? So he's going to have most of his guys in a mine shaft. And here somebody used the vision on me. Somebody being the elves, since they're the only one that can do such a thing. So yeah, my force is building quite good. I'm getting fire arrows, which will be invaluable. I now have the ability to build Rohirrim. And I am definitely a contender for winning this game, as you can see. After almost losing the game entirely. Here comes Gimli. Looks like I'm running because I know Gimli's coming. Decided to engage him with very little and just chase him off. Dwarves are loading up more guys in their mine. Looks like he might have been trying to mine shaft to the elves, but the elves are caught onto it. Well, he will save his builder at least. He will not take down Glorfindel with a bunch of archers though. Meanwhile, I'm moving my troops over there. Just to get them out of the way, I guess. Alright, let's see what's going on here. My Boromir is in the middle of the map. I'm honestly not sure why. I think I might have misclicked him. Because that doesn't seem like a good idea. So I send some Gondor Knights to try and stop them from killing him, which is not going to happen. Gimli's just too strong. And there goes 3 of the Gondor Knights. Meanwhile, the Elven Cavalry has been rebuilt. And I don't think he'll try the attack on my fortress again. Because it did not work very well last time for him. So now the fire is equipped. I really need firestones, but I do have cavalry, which is good. Very good. So yeah, we kind of come to a point where no one's doing much. So I will fast forward a tiny bit. Alright. What do we got here? Some Rohirrim. Taking out his mine. So he's trying to get some troops out, but they're having trouble. So I get away with that. Losing very little. If I was the elves, I probably wouldn't be massing cavalry. It's not very good. It's not a good strategy, honestly. Like a few pikemen, and this army is not very good. Especially some heroes, like Boromir. Boromir will just freeze your entire cavalry. Or Gimli, and Gawain, King Dane, like they would just have a field day. So here I am harassing the elves. Trying to get power points, trying to get levels. Trying to keep my opponent's economy under control a little bit. You know, it's probably a little late for that. PowerPoint wise, command point wise, elves can field the largest army. Dwarves, and then me somehow. I have a 760 command point limit. I'm not sure. I have three farms there, 4, 5, 6. I only have 7 farms. Okay. Alright. Oh, looks like the dwarves have decided to attack me. This time with catapult support. So it looks like he's trying to go for some fortress destruction. I see this coming, obviously, because I have the ivory tower. So my army will engage them.
Get out of the way!
My cavalry probably will go, yeah, attack that. Seems I do have the firestones now. It's a good upgrade to have on your catapults. This one horseman may destroy a catapult, which would be good for me. Nope, he died.
Ready to ride out.
But he does not have the army to break me. He summoned his men from Dale. But I don't think that's going to be enough. Still a lot of pikemen. Arrow volley coming in. Catapult barrage is really doing some work. Boromir dies here, it looks like. Yeah. More catapult coming from the dwarves. I think the elves are going to make their move against the dwarves now. such as free-for-all. Seems like you're fine, and then you attack, and then your base is undefended. So now the elves will attack the dwarves, hopefully. I don't have a whole lot of army left, but I do have enough to take out these catapults, which is really the only threat here. So I got some rangers to finish off these spearmen. Catapults, no problem for these Rohirrim. And now the dwarves have retreated back to their base because their base is being completely assaulted by the fearsome army of whatever, Rivendell Lancers. I don't know if he used the siege kegs. I would have imagined it would have killed all these. Maybe not because he used the forest, Elmwood. So he's decided to use barrage on his own stuff to try and kill most of this army. Glorfindel is about to die here. I'm assuming the Dwarven heroes will finish him off here. Is he gonna lose his fortress? Oh, there goes the rebuild, and the hopes and dreams of the elves are crushed. So that's not gonna happen. My army has been rebuilt. Elven army is... oh, he has built an eagle. These are no rules free-for-all games. So the rules of GameRanger do not apply. Anything goes here. Because that's more fun in my opinion. So the dwarves are now safe. Well, quote unquote safe. For now. So now I'm building more cavalry, sending some Rohirrim out to do some damage on some mine shafts, I'd imagine. And here comes the eagle. Everyone's most hated thing in the game. I think I do have fire arrows on my Rohirrim though, so I should be able to shoot it. But he is helping me at the same time, so... now it is not. Yeah, it looks like here I'm switching to bow, but one battalion is not enough to save him. I need to send him back towards the archers. Meanwhile, we have Rohirrim here, some dwarves coming to engage them, chase them off more or less. And the eagle's going to continue to pick on my Rohirrim because I have no real answer to stop that while I'm away from my base. So let's fast forward a smidge. So it looks like the eagle's just harassing him a bunch. Alright, let's see what that leads us. Not much is going on, really. You built some archers to counter the eagle. I'm continuing to build army. And the elves are building more cavalry because that's what they do. Let's fast forward some more, since this could take a while before any action actually happens. Alright, see some movement here. Cavalry is taking its position. I've now got fire arrows on my cavalry. So I can take out his stuff from range and then just run away. Good strategy. Where are my power points? 13. I almost have enough for another 15 power, if I so desire. Dwarves is 17, which could be bad for me or the elves. Elves have 6, so they're not really close to 8 ends yet. Just learning with the eagle some more. Alright, fast forward some more here. And circus some Rohirrim. Looks like the eagle is harassing me. dwarves have built up a little bit. The fortress is repairing, as will happen if nothing happens. And honestly, not a whole lot has happened. Actually, something might have happened because I don't see where the dwarf... I think I arrow volleyed their cavalry while they were all massed here. In fact, I'm pretty certain that's what happened. The power arrow volley. So the elves have decided to build a second fortress in the top left. Which is pretty scummy. But he is free to do whatever he pleases, because this is a no-rules game. So I think we'll fast forward some more. What is this? Eagle again. Always the eagle. I think at this point me and the dwarves are sick of the elves and his eagle. Look how much arrows an eagle can take now. It's outrageous. In my opinion, they should be just as strong as a fell beast. Equal. I don't understand why they're so tanky. But they are. And that's why they're banned from most games. Unless you use them as a power. Because, I mean, you can't ban use of powers. So, the elves are doing their usual stuff. Cavalry, etc., etc. So now we have more elves over here. Dwarves have started massing here. This is a longer game than I was expecting, I must say. Looks like I finally decided to move out. Got all my upgrades. It's a pretty good army. He has tons of cavalry, which isn't really going to help him much. I switched all my men to defensive formation. They take less arrow volley damage, allowing them to live through it sometimes. The armor helps. Usually they will live with leadership as well. There's a tower. Taking out the tower with my trebuchets. Going up against the elves with siege equipment is invaluable. You need those very much. And that's gonna hurt, yeah. So now the dwarves have decided to attack this top left fortress. Because I think I told him the elves had a fortress in the top left. Because I saw it with my ivory tower. And I don't think he liked the idea any more than I did. So I think we're working together here for a minute. Because the elves have become a major problem. Especially with their eagles and mass amounts of fortresses. Well, I say mass, but two. Two is mass in my opinion. You don't need more than one. At that point it gets ridiculous. But like I said, he's free to do whatever he wants. So I'm cleaning up his army here. And now the dwarves are coming down. I don't know if he's going to attack his main base with me. Well, not with me, but at the same time as me, I should say. I've decided to pull back. And here he goes. Let's fast forward a smidge. So here the dwarves are engaging the fortress. And I am setting up to engage the other base. The eagle is putting in its work. The eagle is just dead. Everyone would be better off. That many Minadale is more than enough to deal with an eagle. Now I'm destroying most of his farms. Elves don't have many things left, if you think about it. They got a barracks fortress that now has no defensive fortifications. 2 trees. 2 trees. He has 4 trees total. This base isn't that well defended against catapults, which is what I'm bringing more of in now. At some point I seem to have gotten this, which is great for the Grand Harvest and the Iron Ore ability. For cheaper upgrades. More archers are coming. Now I have built a Aragorn at like the very late stage of the game, so he has no levels, but it'll still be helpful. And here comes an attack. Boromir uses his horn, obviously, because no one's moving. And they're just being slaughtered by the mass amounts of upgraded cavalry and trebuchet. So the elven attack has been crushed utterly by the men of the West. The dwarves will be a tough nut to crack once I get to that. But I may have a lot of power points by the time I get to that. I do have Summon Rohan allies, and I have 16. Means I am very close to getting I think it's Earthquake that's on the left side. Dwarves can now get Earthquake. They have 25 power points, so that's bad for me. Unless they use it on the elves, which is entirely possible. And the elves have... they have enough for Ents, I believe. So anything could happen at this point, power-wise. Here comes a new eagle. Completely annihilating my catapults. I think I switched my guys to bow here. Tell my archers to do that. At this point my attack has pretty much failed. It's continuing, it's ongoing, but it's not doing as well as it could be. Dwarves, meanwhile, have taken out the top left. So everything is gone of the elves at the top left, meaning he's down to 3 farms, which is 500 command point limit. He has $8,500, so he's still alright in money. I'm not as good in money. I'm probably just spending it as I get it.
I will fight to the end.
Sounds like Boromir's about to bite the dust. And he does. Once his cavalry has done its job. But at what cost? Boromir is very cheap. I've got fortress fortifications now. I have opted to build a couple arrow towers defending against eagle. 3 of them actually. And a couple trebuchets. Eagle's looking to harass my farm, but nope. That farm will stand. And now the dwarves have decided to attack the elves' main base. So this is great. Meanwhile, I know this. You know, I can see the dwarf army right here. And he is undoubtedly pissed off at this eagle. There's the arrow volley, killing some men. I almost have enough for my earthquake. I believe that's how I win the game. Because all I have to do is earthquake around here, send my battalions in my ballistas, not ballistas, trebuchets, and crush his army. Well, this guy is already crippled. So, I'm assuming that was my strategy. Wait for that to happen. Meanwhile, I'm going to try and kill this eagle with my mass amounts of archers. Hopefully I succeed, because I'm just tired of seeing it alive. And I do finish off these Maodel. It's like, why am I walking away? So now the dwarves have not finished off the elves. But the elves are not in a good way, let's put it. They have the money, but they do not have the means to do much with it. He hasn't even built his barracks yet. And if you hear that sound, that's the sound of something else. Just ignore that. And let's see. I'm moving out with my cavalry. And of course he's following with the eagles, because he's loving that eagle action. So let's fast forward. Oh, there's a large elf army coming. Much lancers again. I don't think he realizes that that's not a very good strategy. But maybe this is 1.00, but it's not. So these towers are going to tear them to pieces. Oh! But he has some in the ents in the back of his base, so this should be interesting. So actually, if he does this right, the dwarves may lose their base. Meanwhile, I see this, and I'm attacking the elves because I see he's attacking the dwarves. If there's always an opportune moment to strike, you should take it. If he leaves his base undefended, you must take his base and make him regret it. Let him do the work for you. The more damage he does to the dwarves, the better off I will be after killing him. And that is my philosophy in this game, I'd imagine. So he did alright damage. He got rid of something in the back here. A couple buildings maybe. And now I'm going to get the rest of my power points. There goes the Elven Fortress. Here comes the Eagles right before he loses his fort. So I have to put up with that. But they will die. As the rest of his buildings will die. There's his final builder. There goes one eagle. Once that eagle's dead, there will be no more resistance to stop me from the elves. And I definitely have enough archers. I have some cavalry here shooting, some cavalry here, some rangers here. My trebuchet is destroying whatever it can. I see his builder running. And I've killed Huge before he built anything else. So well played to Huge, but I don't think the cavalry strategy was the most effective. Probably should have switched to a more default strategy, like archers and whatnot. Maybe a few battalions to back them up of swordsmen, or cavalry. Meanwhile, here's a gigantic army of dwarves coming at my base. And he has hit me with Earthquake. But I follow with Army of the Dead. So his attack will be repelled completely. So all I really have to do is stop the Dwarven heroes from destroying my fortress. Somehow I managed to get tons of power points. But he doesn't have many now. And I almost have enough for Earthquake myself. After slaughtering his army. Gloin is trying desperately to get to the fort. No luck. And I think this is the final blow that I deal to him. I still have a trebuchet up. I have 2 trebuchets. He almost destroyed my place to build them. So the Army of the Dead is dissipated, but he now has no army to stop me. So I'm chasing Gimli for whatever reason. I think I realized I should pull back here. And now I have enough for Earthquake. So I need to get around to buying that quickly and using it. At least I think I can. No, I need Cloud Break in order to get the... because it's the middle power. Unless I went down the other side. I don't remember, to be perfectly honest. Yep, I just bought Cloud Break. But with this trebuchet, these 2 trebuchets in fact, I should be able to take out the fort. I don't know if he used the mighty cannon? Mighty catapult, excuse me. I don't remember seeing it go off, but I may have not been paying attention. And now I have just this overwhelming force around his base, and he's pretty much doomed. I'm fairly certain he has no buildings elsewhere. Yeah. He's decided not to drag the game on longer because he has lost, and he's accepted that. So props to Louis, he did alright. But fatal flaw was not finishing me off in the beginning. Hard to do when you're being attacked by the elves at the same time. So good game to them, and yeah, hope you enjoyed that. It was a bit long, but yeah, it was a good game, and I thought it was fun. And yeah, see you on the next one.